Hello, friends. Hello, wonderful people. It's January the 16th. This is Koji Vihara, and it's now 8 days. We had this extremely rare and powerful alignment of four planets: Mars, Venus, Earth, and Jupiter, all in one line. I did try to find on Google. They can't remember of an alignment of that kind. So this goes probably thousands of years back till since we had something similar. So this is an extremely important creation cycle when Venus and Mars are conjunct, which happens roughly every 23 months. Then this is a new meeting of Venus and Mars, the feminine and the masculine principle, which are the two neighboring planets of Earth, and they stand for the physical creation. So whenever those two meet, that is initiating a new cycle of creation, of bringing in something new. And with the sun being exactly in that place, here in between the two and Earth, and then Jupiter on the other side. This is really extremely powerful, and we can see it already in the last 8 days. So much has happened. It's such a waterfall moment, really, in history. We are experiencing so much is going on. So let's now look at the astrology here for a minute, and then I show you what else happened in that context, which set even much larger time frames into motion, much bigger cycles. So it was Venus, Mars, and then naturally the Sun here on. As we look here from planet Earth, this is Earth, that a circle with the cross in it. So we are looking at the Sun, Venus, and Mars all in one place within less than a degree, and Jupiter here on the other side. Now, Venus and Mars particularly met here in the 19th degree of Capricorn at 1809. That is in the Sabian symbols the degree of the 5-year-old carrying a heavy grocery bag. And the meaning is that we are meant to deal with issues prematurely when we're not really fully ready yet. It sure feels that way here on planet Earth, that we, the collective, are pushed to grow up fast and to take on responsibilities we have not yet really mastered. So we are learning while doing. Then in the I Ching, if you overlay the 64 hexagrams, this was hexagram 54, and the fourth line is particularly powerful. It is actually one of the most mystical lines in the whole zodiac. It's the sin eater. Now let that sink in. This is the degree where we transform lower frequencies into higher frequencies by allowing to go there. Let me see if I have my, okay, I think I had my notes, but I don't have them right here. Let me see, maybe I can pause it quickly. So in order to ascend to the highest, first we have to do the ultimate sacrifice and return to the very lowest. This before resurrection, there is crucifixion. So that is where we are going. That's why also things sometimes feel really difficult and dark these days. But it is worth passing through this stage, and resurrection really is not that far away, I can tell you as an astrologer, because you really see much farther. It's like climbing up onto a tree. You can really see two places where if you're on the ground, it's still hidden from sight. So here on the side I have the year of the fire horse, the beginning, which is coinciding with a solar eclipse, which will be seen in Antarctica, interestingly enough, Antarctica, where all the or so many secrets are hiding, allegedly. We will certainly learn more of that. And also this eclipse, which we will definitely talk more about in the 29th degree of Aquarius. That is a very interesting, powerful degree in the Sabian symbols. It's a butterfly emerging from a chrysalis. How much better can it get? It really hints that some huge awakening breakthrough is on its way to arrive. Uranus here at this powerful T-square position to the plumb line here in this chart for Greenwich, and also the 0 first degree, actually Cancer rising. All of that really speaks for an enormously powerful year to come. Yes, we are still in the year of the wood snake, the snake being concerned with transformation, shedding skins, really going through all these phases of literal crucifixion and taking on these difficult tasks. And then comes the moment when we come full circle and will be able to move forward. I have here this little graph about the difference between the two year signs. You can copy and paste it. It's quite comprehensive. So that Venus-Mars conjunction was super powerful also for the fact that the moon here at 18 something in Virgo was conjunct Orcus. Orcus being the transmutation in a very deep way, and on the other side we have Nessus, which is really all the pathological issues we are dealing with. So it is a transformation of the dark stuff, and we have to get emotionally involved first to experience it from inside out once more. So it is really amazing how this happens, that alignments are so perfectly exact. You see it's a perfect 60-degree angle here to Nessus and a 120-degree angle between Sun and Moon, which is showing that in the bigger picture it's going to be very harmonious, this process, even though it can be quite challenging and really getting to a place where we feel we work hard. Now Saturn plays a very powerful role these days. Saturn here presently still in Pisces, also Neptune still in Pisces for another few weeks. Now Saturn particularly is still in a very challenging, difficult place in that hexagram 36 called darkening of the light. This is really digging deep to unearth, to bring light into all the corruptions and misappropriation of energies, funds. All that has gone wrong literally is unearthed by this Saturn still, and it will change on the 14th of February when Saturn will fully enter Aries. And you see there's a great synchronicity between these two charts, the Venus-Mars conjunction, which kind of plants the seed, and then with Saturn entering Aries a few weeks from now, this Venus-Mars energy, this creation cycle gets fully activated. You see that also the Sun here is 18th degree Capricorn, and by the time Saturn changes into Aries here at 000, the Sun is exactly here at the source point. If we draw the chart for the 0 meridian at 00 western or eastern latitude. So a midnight chart this will be, and always when alignments happen exactly around midnight or midday over the 0 meridian, then they have even more validity and power. So these are rare alignments. Jupiter again will be very strong again at the 9th house cusp here in its own house, so to say. Jupiter resonating with the 9th house, which is resonating with Sagittarius energy, freedom, sovereignty, reaching out to higher knowledge. And the moon here in opposition in Capricorn together with Juno. This is not just bringing lots of expansion, but also with Juno, it's the animation of relationships, partnerships, teamwork, all of that becomes really important. And it's about the information flow which is initiated. People start more sharing, talking with each other. I guess this is a general trend at this time that people become more courageous to express their opinions. Particularly today, the 16th of January, there was some great news coming in here in Canada. The Federal Court of Appeal dismissed the federal government's appeal and agreed with Justice Mosley, which was a lower court, that invoking the Emergency Act was unreasonable and that parts of the measures violated charter rights. This is a really big one, not just for Canada, which basically says that it was a terrible, not just a mistake, but really an illegal act to come at these truckers with violence, and it was extremely violent. You might remember it's now already 4 years since in February 2022, and the trucker convoy in Canada took place. So this really shows that the government did wrong, and hopefully these people will be getting some payback, some compensation, and that again sets a precedent globally. So this is one of the events which really stand out today. So we are on track to much more light and much more freedom. This is very clear. It's just a matter of really going through that period of exposure and of going back to the roots, to all that, to allow to unearth everything that has gone wrong, corruption and everything. Now, there were particularly two alignments I would like to shed light on, which happened in that context of this amazingly powerful creation cycle. One was Hilonome, Hilonome, a centaur planet, changing into Aquarius. Now, Hilonome takes about 125 years to travel once around the zodiac. So the last time it was in Aquarius was in 1901 till 1914. Now, Hilonome is all about deep, selfless love. The story behind it, Hilonome was married to Silaris, and Silaris was killed in the battlefield, and she was not wanting to stay behind alone, so she sacrificed her life, killed herself to be with her beloved. So it is the ultimate self-sacrifice, giving unconditionally, transcending death, loyalty, all of the above, and that expressing through the sign of Aquarius. And that will be for the next 12 years, roughly till 2038. So this was a big initiation into a new way of being there for one another. That happened on the 10th of January, as you see here, when it was exact. Now, I want to just show you synchronicity here. Again, a very, very powerful synchronicity. A couple weeks earlier, actually, on the 23rd of December, the lunar nodes shifted into hexagrams 37 and 40. I will just show you what that means. Let me see if I find it here easily. I have it lined up. So that is in the human design. So where do we see the picture? I have it here somewhere. Yeah, you always have to have everything ready and lined up. Where is it? Come on. It has disappeared. Okay. I'm sorry. Here it is. Okay. So this is the emotional center, and this is the ego heart center. This is one of the channels of tribal channels. So when this channel is activated, then that will be activated from that 23rd of December onwards till May 13 with the lunar nodes. It's about togetherness and team building, and about real community. It's the 37th I Ching hexagram family, and the 40th on the other side, which is deliverance, freedom, sovereignty. And they work together as one channel, and the nodes are activating those two hexagrams since the 23rd of December into May the 13th. Now, exactly that same geometry again we see here when Hilonome changed signs. By the way, this 21st degree of Scorpio, the Sabian symbol here is an uprising. Let me read it to you. It's quite, again, quite amazing how we get the right messages at the right time. So the 21st degree is obeying his conscience, a soldier resists orders. I guess that's what we are seeing now. People are really starting to speak up, not just blindly following directives. It's the readiness to face the results of a refusal to follow the authoritarian patterns of an aggressive society. Yes, interesting. So anyway, so this is one of the two big shifts in energy which were boosted, backed up and supported by this Venus-Mars alignment with the Sun. So that is kind of the birth chart for Helonome in Aquarius, you could say, for the next 12 years. And then the other one, which is even more interesting, happened on the 13th of January, which is Deucalion entering Sagittarius for the first time. Now, Deucalion is here at 00 Sagittarius here. Deucalion is a Kuiper belt object. It takes about 290 years to travel once around the zodiac. Last time has been in this segment of the zodiac in Sagittarius 1736 till 1759. That is in that time when they call it the age of awakening, actually, of understanding that we really deserve more freedom on this planet. That was time when all the expansion happened on the colonial level, but also when people in different countries started understanding that they had to organize and stand up together, which led to the French and the American Revolution as the most prominent events. So let me now give you some keywords for Deucalion. Deucalion is actually the same type of character as Noah in the Bible. And I have here a little window I prepared for you. Let me just see if I find it right away. So there's too many things here I have open. Okay. I thought I had, okay. Okay. Here it is. Deucalion. That's the AI overview, refers to asteroid 53311, named after the Greek myths flood survivor, symbolizing themes of rebirth, survival from catastrophe, regeneration, and creating new beginnings after destruction. And I have here a few more keywords: rebirth, survival from calamities. It's also the foresight, the preparation for something that we don't really know what it is right now. And again, in Jupiter's sign Sagittarius, it is about freedom and expansion, overcoming challenges. It's Deucalion represents resilience, courage to go into the unknown. It's an initiation, building something new, honoring freedom, sovereignty. It's really will lay the base in those next whatever 20 plus years, 23 years roughly, lay the base for building a new world. I mean, one of the many ingredients of that, definitely, there's many other planets are playing a similar role in their placement and alignments at present, particularly Saturn and Neptune, as I already mentioned many times, are some of the real key factors entering the sign of Aries just within a few weeks. As I said, to repeat those dates again, it's Neptune on the 26th of January, Saturn on the 14th of February, as we had seen up here, and then their conjunction is happening on the 21st of February. So these are all one step at a time, climbing up to a more integrated, powerful place of manifestation. Now, why is this such an important chart here, the Deucalion Sagittarius ingress? Because it is the zero cardinal cross, which is activated here in the Greenwich zero meridian location. So directly overhead at that moment was 014 Capricorn. When that cross of the ascendant and midheaven, midnight, aligns with the natural zodiac, these are always showing these are extremely powerful new beginnings. First degree of Aries, yes, we're heading into new land here. And 12 hours later, we have, this is the first aspect of the first major aspect planets have was a Mars Chiron square. This is the waning square Mars here, it's 2239, and Chiron here 2239. So Mars has traveled since I looked it up, since I guess 2024, early in the year, traveling all around, and now coming to that place of taking kind of inventory. That is what the waning square is about. You have gone through the process of building up energy in that context, you should say, one could say. Anyway, so this stands out as it's also having a cardinal cross, and Mars Chiron is the warrior energy, you could say. So overall, these are the few alignments which are all empowered by that Mars-Venus enormously important, significant new creation cycle. The moon here also in opposition to Uranus, close to the place where it's farthest away from Earth, where the moon is particularly important as it goes deep into that darkness and unravels the shadow energies which are still hiding. Okay, the Mars here conjunct the Sun, so there's also the Sun Chiron square here. So overall, you see, this is the foundation we are now building on. We are moving towards an extremely wild, powerful, and fiery year of the fire horse, still a few weeks away. So let's just allow going down to the deep caves and look at everything once more from inside out to be ready for a resurrection in many, many different ways. Thank you for tuning in here, for being here on my channel. And if you liked what you heard, please share it, please give it a like. Thank you, and see you soon.